I'm not your Uber. I was picking my girlfriend up at the airport. This was a few years ago. Uber was already big, but not as big as it is now. Our nearest airport is in a major city, so it's always hectic picking somebody up. The cops/yellow vest traffic guys don't like you waiting around at all. So I get there, and it's taking my girlfriend a few minutes longer to get her checked bag than we anticipated. I'm on the phone with her, and she says, I see it, I've gotta go, don't leave. So the traffic vest guy is waving at me, and I roll down my window and say, I'm picking somebody up, she's just on her way, etc., trying to buy myself some time. I hear my trunk open, and I'm so relieved. She jumps in the back, and I thought it was a little weird, but she took a red eye, and I figured she was just going to lie down in the back and go to sleep. I say something along the lines of, oh, perfect timing. How was your flight? And I couldn't hear her response. It was super loud with honking and cops shouting, so she closes the door, and I'm so focused on trying to find a spot to pull out, I don't even look back. I just say, you good? And she says, mm-hmm. And as I'm pulling out, I'm thinking, wait. And as I'm driving away, I look in the back and realize this woman is not my girlfriend. It's some teenaged kid. I'm freaking out as I'm driving away and desperately looking for a spot to pull over. But by this point, I'm in the middle lane with rushing outflow of traffic. And when I finally saw space, a cop or a traffic director, I couldn't tell, very aggressively told me I couldn't stop there. While I'm trying to pull over, I'm like, who are you? Her. Molly? Me. Molly, I don't know you. What is this? What are you doing? Her. Were you expecting to know me? I'm so confused at this point, my heart is racing. And it's all I can do not to crash my car because it's 4 a.m. and a strange kid got in my car at the airport. And my first thought was I was being framed for a crime or something. I didn't know what to think. Me. Why are you in my car? I'm pulling over. Her. Why are you pulling over? Me. I don't know you. Her. What? Me. What? Her. What is going on? Is this because it's a long trip? You can't cancel because where I'm going, that's not allowed. I take a few seconds to try and figure out what she's talking about while merging into a busy highway. Then it hits me. Me. I'm not your Uber. Her. What? Me. I'm pulling over. Her. You're lying. Me. Why would I lie about that? Look at your app. Does the driver look like me? Her. I don't know, it's blurry. You're driving a Toyota Camry. You are my Uber. Don't lie to me. Me. There were a dozen Toyotas back there. How could you be so effing dumb that you'd get into a strange car without checking first? At this point, she starts crying, and I feel bad for snapping. Me. Look, I'm sorry. I just don't want to appear on the news as man drives teenage girl away from airport, or anything. And you really caught me by surprise. And I'm sorry, I should not have yelled. I'm going to circle back around to the airport. I have to pick up my girlfriend anyways, so I'll bring you back and... Her. No! Me. No? Her. No! Let me out! Let me out! She starts grabbing at the door handle of the moving car. Thankfully, it locks automatically when I start driving. Me. Oh my god, what are you doing? Her. I don't know you. My worst nightmare coming true. Me. Hey, it's okay, it's a mistake. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm taking you back to the airport. She's crying again. Me. This might be a bit of an overreaction, okay? It's fine. I'm not dangerous. I'm just clueless. Look, I'm going back to the airport, see? I'm taking the exit. Her. You knew. Me. Knew what? Her. You knew you weren't my Uber. Truly and totally my worst effing nightmare ever coming true in this moment. Me. No, I did not. I'm taking you to the airport. See? Terminal sign. We are like 3 minutes away. Seriously. Her. Stop! Me. I can't stop here. This is a highway. There wasn't even a shoulder. Her crying. "Stop, stop, let me out. I don't believe you. Stop, I don't believe you." I literally couldn't have stopped my car where we were without serious risk of causing a major accident, and it was not a safe place for a person to walk or even stand, so I was stuck. Her, "I'm calling 911. I'm calling 911 if you do not let me out." Me, "Look, we are a minute from the airport. You can see the terminal, look." She continues sobbing. We get there, I park the car, and thank God she didn't call the cops. And I see my many missed calls and texts from my poor girlfriend. This girl bolts out of my car screaming, "Help! Help! Help!" Cops and guys in yellow vests, whatever they are, surround my car. I'm taken for questioning, and it takes so long that my car is almost towed. Thankfully, they allowed my girlfriend to park it. Thankfully, it created such a spectacle that my girlfriend was able to notice this happening and vouch for my being at the airport to pick her up and not pose as an Uber driver to abduct a teenage girl and park my car. By the end, the misunderstanding was completely sorted out, and the girl had calmed down, and she, and her parents over the phone, apologized and explained it was her first time traveling alone or being in a large city, and she was on edge. They never came right out and admitted fault, but did say they wish there hadn't been such a misunderstanding. Now I can look back and laugh, but at the time it was one of the scariest things I've ever experienced, and it was months until I could stop my car with the doors unlocked again. Although this is pretty funny, I can definitely see how scary this must have been, especially in today's culture, to be on the receiving end of some blame when you're innocent. PSA: student tour guides do not make admission decisions. In college, I was a tour guide for prospective students. You know, walking backwards and telling scripted puns. Technically, I was employed by the admissions office to do this, but in no capacity was involved in the admission decisions whatsoever. No one asked me, "Which kids asked a smart question?" or "Who texted through the whole tour?" or anything. My entire job description was show up, walk families around campus, answer questions about student life. For context, I'd give 3 to 6 tours a week to groups of 40 plus people. So I was home for break one Christmas, and in a large chain store, I see a woman glaring at me. I didn't think much of it at the time, because I didn't know her. But as I progressed down the aisles, I realized she was following me. She had a daughter about my age, and they were whispering. All I was able to catch was, "No, that's definitely her." The woman approaches me and says, "Are you," my name, "who toured us around my college?" And I say yes. Woman: "I bet you think you're pretty hot stuff, huh?" Me: "Oh, what?" Woman: "My daughter had a rock-solid application, and her alumni interviewer said her chances were very good. 2 days after our visit, she's rejected. You're the only one affiliated with the university we spoke to that whole time." Daughter: "Yeah." Woman: "Quiet, I'm handling this." Me: "I'm sorry to hear she wasn't accepted, but I have nothing to do with admission decisions. I just give tours." Woman: "I'm not an idiot. I know they tell you to say that." Me: "No, seriously. I'm a sophomore there myself. You can call and ask. I do not get any input into admissions." Woman: "But you work for the admissions department." Me: "Okay, technically they hired me out, but they're janitors who work for the admissions department, and they don't get to decide who gets in. It's a specialized job." Woman: "Quit your bull." Daughter: "I had near perfect ACT scores. I bet I had better scores than you." At this point, I think my mom thought I was just chatting with people I knew, since there was a girl my age. But she started to realize something was wrong at this point. Daughter: "Just tell me why you didn't let me in. You can tell me it's in the past now. Just tell me." Woman: "Was it community service issues? Come on, be honest. You can tell us." Me: "I really don't know. I have nothing to do with it, I swear. You can actually call and ask, and they will tell you tour guides don't get to decide that stuff. Woman, you bet we will be calling and filing a complaint. Woman, you bet we will be calling and filing a complaint. And my mom, excuse me, what's happening here? Who are you? Woman, who are you? My mom, everything okay? I was getting upset by this point because a lot was going on. And if you insist loudly enough to me that I've done something wrong, eventually I'll start to believe you. Daughter, is it because I'm white? I'm a POC. My mom, what? What are you guys talking about? Me, let's just go. Let's check out. Woman, not admitting my daughter was the biggest mistake of your entire career. I'm a millionaire, and I would have made big donations to the school. When your boss hears from me, you're going to be fired. I wasn't even upset at that point because it was so absurd. No way a millionaire would be shopping at the store we were in. My mom leads me away and looks at me, still very confused what's going on. We bought our items, and I was pretty rattled as I went to the car. But as I was explaining, the absurdity of the whole situation finally hit me, and I just started laughing. I stumbled upon this sub, and not sure if it's a good fit, but this is one of my favorite stories to tell, so wanted to memorialize it in a post. Although technically yes, there is an argument to be said that it's possible that they didn't get in because they're white and affirmative action and whatever. Although that being said, the excuse of not getting something because of skin color is absolutely ridiculous. Not everything's gonna move the way you want it to in life, just go to another school and move on. Alrighty guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today. I hope you enjoyed the stories. And if you did and you're new around here, maybe consider subscribing. And if you really liked it, well then maybe consider giving it a thumbs up and a share. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.